watching Saturday Night College Football presented by Southwest Airlines. Live from sold-out Memorial Stadium in Berkeley, California. Tonight, the reeling UCLA Bruins, losers of 3 straight, look for the huge upset as they take on the high-riding California Golden Bears, winners of 7 in a row, and alone atop the standings in the Pac-10 Conference. Hello, everybody. I'm Dan Fouts, and we should all be as lucky as Cal as take a week off and then find your lot in life improved. Well, that's what happened to Cal. Last week, they had a bye, and Oregon State, of course, beat USC in that huge upset. UCLA, on the other hand, well, Carl Durrell and the Bruins still believe they can get back in this thing, get back to bowl eligibility. They believe they have the talent to play with Cal. They know they can play with Cal. They just have to prove it to themselves tonight and to prove it to all of us who are watching. Well, my partner is Tim Branton. Tim, you know, when you talk about Cal, they're obviously the most talented team in the Pac-10. But when you talk about their impact players, how do you narrow down the list?
I'll tell you, it's tough, Dan, because they have impact players everywhere. I mean, this is a team that's loaded, and since that opening loss to Tennessee, they've become very consistent in all 3 phases of the game, offense, defense, and special teams. But these are 5 guys that you'll see all night. Longshore, he's thrown 17 touchdowns, just 7 picks. Lynch probably will go over 1,000 yards for the season tonight. Jackson, triple threat, tough special teams guy. And on defense, Bishop, the leading tackler, while Hughes is second in the nation with 7 interceptions. So all these guys are impact players. I think, even though they're ranked 10th, this is an underrated team.
Well, for UCLA, quarterback Patrick Cowling making his 4th start tonight. He's got to get back to playing free and loose as he did when he came off the bench in the Arizona win.
I don't think there's any question about it. This is his 4th career start. They've lost 3 games in a row, and if they're going to turn that around, then he's got to be the guy. Cowling does have to play loose. We talked to him this week. We talked to Carl Durrell this week. They want him to go back to just managing the game, winging the football, and just being confident. And then on defense, Christian Taylor, we'll watch him all night, the middle linebacker. He loves to talk to the opponent. He makes all the calls defensively. Should be in Lynch's face all day. He'll be fun to watch.
Well, Cal's a team that has no apparent weaknesses. A dominant running game, electric passing attack, a defense that is smart and talented, special teams that can take your breath away. After an opening game loss to Tennessee, they've won 7 in a row. And now, they truly believe they are invincible. Jack Arute is down on the sidelines with more, but Jack, where the heck are you?
Well, I'm with a college tradition that's called body surfing. As the Cal students are going to do something that I've never been used to. Here we go. I'll be back for the second half, guys.
That's a heavy load.
It certainly is.
Oh, I hope there's no fumble. They get him to the top. I hope they don't throw him over.
Well, California has won the toss. They will receive. Justin Medlock for the Bruins will kick it off. Marcus O'Keefe and Damian Hughes deep for California. Medlock, the senior from nearby Fremont, California, having a great year. Not necessarily a good sign when your punter and your place kicker are having great years.
No, and I'll tell you something else, Dan. Against this Cal Bears team, I would not kick it down the middle of the field. I'd try to angle it. He's got a strong leg. Don't give him a whole lot to work with.
Good high kick down inside the 5-yard line. Fumbled there. O'Keefe. And he's hit across the 20-yard line. And that's where the Cal Bears will take over. Starting quarterback for the Bears is Nate Longshore. He's the hottest QB in the Pac-10, and head coach Jeff Tedford tells us why in this scouting report.
Well, Nate Longshore is a guy who's made a great transition to the game. He's a student of the game. He's got great arm, can throw all the balls around the field, long balls, the intermediate hard passes, great arm strength, touch balls, all of them. A great competitor.
And he'll hand the ball on 1st down to Marshawn Lynch, and he's caught in the backfield. Great start for the Bruins as they got penetration from Kevin Brown and Brigham Harwell. California's offensive lineup is presented by Outback, and while the Bears are loaded with talent, it's the men up front who provide the foundation for this exciting offense.
When you have a running game like Cal and 3 guys with 30 catches, you have to give the O-line its credit. These guys average 305 pounds. They're as big as the Raiders. They've given up only 6 sacks over the last 7 games, and today they know Lynch needs only 93 yards to get to 1,000 for the season. So they are fired up, but they weren't successful on that 1st down.
2nd and 12, 4 wide receivers for Longshore out of the shotgun. He swings it outside to Lynch. He gets a block, and he's close to a 1st down before Chris Horton can push him out of bounds. Well, UCLA's defensive coordinator is Dwayne Walker, and he's got some changes in mind for his D tonight, both in personnel and maybe in philosophy.
Well, the Bruins secondary will be in the spotlight all night, for better or worse. Horton is your leading tackler, and Cal told us they're going to pick on UCLA's corners, especially number 3 Rodney Van.
So Lynch
heard Jack talking about that earlier.
You got to wonder about Van's confidence, but you don't have to wonder about Marshawn Lynch's ability as a pass receiver. He did get enough for the first down.
Cal scripts the first 10 plays, and they do that to see how UCLA responds to their various formations.
First and 10 from the 31. That's a hand up the middle to Lynch. Breaking tackles, picking up another first down. Rodney Van stops him there. Well, Rodney Van had his struggles last week against Washington State.
Yeah, I think those struggles, Dan, were more confident than anything else because, I mean, if you watch him, he's not in bad position, but he's not looking back for the football, and he's losing the battle at the finish. You've got to be confident, and if you've got that position, you got to take advantage, be more aggressive. Never seen a guy take himself out of a ball game, though, and he did.
Marshawn Lynch is at the bottom of the screen as a wide receiver, now back in motion. First and 10 carry for Lynch, right side. Christian Taylor wraps him up, but he drags Taylor out to the 45-yard line. Now, you're right, Tim. In all my days, I've never heard of a player taking himself out of the game, but he just felt that it would be better for the Bruins defensively if Alteron Werner, the freshman, was in the game. Instead, his confidence was absolutely shot.
Well, that's a great answer, and I guess that's a spin. But I was always afraid that if I came out of a ball game, I'd never get my position back. Somebody would play better than me, and they'd be the starter.
Wally Pipp comes to mind.
Absolutely, and Werner may come to mind soon.
Justin Forsett is the tailback on this 2nd down and 8. Bears nearing midfield. Quick pass out here to Deshaun Jackson. Jackson is going to get tackled by Rodney Van just short of the first down. California on the year offensively, averaging 36.1. That's second in the Pac-10, only to Oregon.
Well, after they lost to Tennessee, they reeled off 5 straight games with 40 or more points. They're a quick strike offense. They have 20 scores this year on drives that have taken less than 2 minutes. They've got talent everywhere, and they're very efficient.
Bears will go with 2 tight ends. Eric Began joins Craig Stevens on this 3rd and 1. Jordan and Jackson to the top of the screen. Right up the middle is Forsett. He's got a first down. Justin Forsett, the junior from Arlington, Texas, averaging 4 yards a carry. Not a bad 1-2 punch for the Bears, with Forsett backing up Marshawn Lynch, who's averaging about 7 yards a carry.
You know, Cal is a first-half team. They put a lot of pressure on you early, and that's exactly what they're doing to this defense right now. And you can see the success that UCLA has had. As a matter of fact, if you look at rush yards, they only give up 82. That's best in the Pac-10.
They will be tested tonight by this offensive line and Marshawn Lynch and Justin Forsett. Play action for Longshore. Steps up and throws. Got Jackson. Diving catch at the 30-yard line in front of Trey Brown. And a pump fist from the quarterback. 17 yards on the play.
Very, very methodical drive. And if you look at the outside receiver, he's just running a post. Comes underneath, and Trey Brown is your best cover guy, and he was sagging off of him and didn't close.
First and 10 now for the Bears at the 30-yard line. Again, Lynch lines up wide, comes back in motion. And he'll get it right up the middle. Dennis Keys can't bring him down. Chris Horton finally does. Good block that time by fullback Byron Storr to lead the way.
And so far in this drive, we've seen some missed tackles. Yards after contact have been critical in this drive. And here again, we see it. And UCLA's leaving its feet. They're diving and trying to grab legs rather than keep their legs under them and use that as power and run through the ball carrier. It's costing them yards here in this first drive.
Marshawn Lynch, cat in the hat. Wonder what's under that hat, Marshawn. Not a bad favorite athlete either in Barry Sanders. Here's Lynch. First down. And he almost broke it. Chris Horton dragged him down. But Lynch is off to a solid start. Remember, he's got bad ankles, though. He's had problems all season long with his ankles. You got to be wondering about his health right now as he takes himself out of the ballgame after that carry.
Looks like he's changing helmets. He doesn't like it. Plus, he's frustrated by the fact he thought he should have broken this one. He gets through the first level. Now watch, Horton stays up top and then slides all the way down and gets him by one ankle. That was almost a breaker and a touchdown.
He did get the first down. Forsett now the eye back. 10th play of the drive. Longshore swings it out here to Forsett. Forsett didn't get tackled short of the 15-yard line. Dennis Keys with that stop.
Really ironic, isn't it, Cal being a first-half team? They like to put you in a catch-up mode, get you on out of your game plan. Until last week, anyway, the Bears' average halftime lead was 22 points, and they're always very effective in the first quarter. And here again, their very first drive, first possession, they're using a lot of clock. They're keeping UCLA's offense off the field, and they've been very methodical.
And balanced. 6 runs, 4 passes. Gain of about a yard on that play. Bring up 2nd and 9. Here's Forsett right up the middle. Forsett doesn't have the size of Marshawn Lynch, but you can see he got low enough that time and just bounced off tacklers.
It'll bring up their second third down conversion attempt. Cal 1 for 1 on this drive.
Now, when you talk about third downs, that's where UCLA really excels. Their third down defense is the best in the NCAA.
Well, their points against has been sensational. Second in the Pac-10, giving up less than 19, but where they haven't been able to make a stop on this drive.
Some confusion here for California. They're going to call a timeout on this third down. They want to get it right.
It's going to be our day, boys. Boy, you got to love this, Whit. You got to love it. Show some confidence. Have confidence. Focus, fellas. Focus on your work. Focus on your work. Rob! Baby. Let's go, baby.
Have a day, baby.
Yep, yes.
The psychological parts of the game, they're working on the 6 inches between the ears. Give him that checkup from the neck up. Get rid of any stinking thinking.
Here's the fake to Lynch. Ball over the middle. Touchdown, California. Robert Jordan. Ten-yard strike from Nate Longshore to Robert Jordan.
His third touchdown of the year. Doesn't have blazing speed, but he's a solid physical player. Took a good inside route, and Longshore put the ball right between the numbers. Perfectly executed, and again, soft on the corners by the Bruins.
And this is Tom Schneider. Perfect on the year, 36 out of 36 point after tries. Make it a perfect 37. Play drive, 79 yards, took 6 minutes and 1 second. Topped off by that strike from Longshore to Jordan. Cal on top, 7-0. Back for the start of the second quarter. Marshawn Lynch was just dropped for a loss on 2nd down and 1. Nate Longshore, quarterback for the Bears. Hot start for him, 6 for 6 for 66 yards and that 18th touchdown pass of the season in the first quarter to Robert Jordan.
Both quarterbacks playing well. Longshore perfect. Cal went 4 for 6. The wild card, though, has been Jackson on the trick play, and then, of course, Lynch.
3rd and 3. Longshore deep over the middle. That ball almost intercepted. Trying to get it to his tight end, Craig Stevens. Chris Horton and Dennis Keys, the two fine safeties for UCLA, broke it up. They may have broke up an interception.
I think they did. Keys had his eyes on the ball. Looked like he was going to make the pick. Watch this. Watch number 11 on the right hand of your screen goes up, and they just knocked it away from each other. Good defense, though. That's good, solid defense by the Bruins. It's a good young football team that's going to be terrific and is holding them to a field goal here. A field goal attempt.
Yeah, this is Tom Schneider, 7 of 8 on the season. And this one is going to test his range. His career long is 50. This one from 52. Not a breath of wind. And he pushes it just right. Wide right for Tom Schneider.
And a win for the Bruin defense.
And great field position for the Bruins offense when we come back.
I have poor credit and cannot.
Jack, it looks like a different quarterback in Patrick Cowan tonight.
And the big thing is the leadership that he's exerting on the sidelines between series. He went to each and every one of the offensive line and the skill positions, and he led them. He fired them up. He told them, we've just got to keep doing what we're doing. We'll find out if that leadership works.
Good field position for Cowan to start this drive at the 35. Marquis gets it left side. And a bit of a hole there. Ball comes loose. And a Bruin must have recovered at the bottom of that pile.
They really need to get that running game going. I mean, if they do that, the whole thing will open up. You try to do this without a running game, it's like trying to get to the Bay Bridge toll booth in rush hour. Everything's jammed up. It's not moving. It's frustrating. That ball's out. That should have been a fumble, and he comes up with it. That's the only reason. It's a good call on the field. Was a fumble. They get it back. They recover their own.
Thomas DeCoux with the big hit. Cowan. Willis. And there's no start. Flag came down before, so this will be a no play.
Because of an early start.
Another penalty against the Bruins. 5. And we still have just barely gotten into the second quarter.
Dead ball, false start, number 75 on the offense, 5-yard penalty, remains second down.
Now this is going to sound strange, but with all these penalties that UCLA has and just being down 7-0 with the football, and they got to be saying, look what we can do if we don't make mistakes.
Well, they look like a team that's a lot different, a lot more focused, playing with a little bit more emotion tonight. Maybe that's why they're getting so many penalties. 2nd and 13 for Cowan. To the sideline, Marcus Everett's got it. He's out of bounds, and he's got himself a first down.
I don't know about the leadership that Jack's talking about, because he's down there with them and he can see what's taking place on the bench. But I can tell you this, Cowan is throwing strikes tonight. He's throwing with confidence. This is a good, solid route, just an out pattern and a ball sitting there waiting for him. You can't throw the ball any better than that. Perfectly placed.
Good rhythm, getting back, getting set, getting the ball out. Indefensible when you do that. 47-yard line for the Bruins. Marquis is drilled, bounces off, and determined run out to midfield. Desmond Bishop with the big hit, but give it to Marquis. Give him the credit for that fine run.
Indefensible. I like that. That's what you said about me last night at dinner. Here's a good look at the line of scrimmage and what they do, but most of this was made by Marquis. Zone blocking. He's hit once, and that's a good hit. Rolls off that, but they aren't wrapping arms, and he slides up and makes a good gainer out of it.
Got 4 on the play. The Bears blitz, and Marquis runs right at the blitz and picks up a couple. Zach Follett with the tackle. And that young football team just got younger as Brian Abraham comes in at left tackle for the Bruins. Alexi Lanis goes to the sideline with a leg problem. Here's the throw to Petrie. First down, UCLA. Zach Follett gets Petrie, but Petrie has a huge first down for UCLA.
You know, he doesn't get much play, or much glory rather, in the Bruin offense. He's really solid. I think he's one of the Pac-10's top fullbacks. And he shows you speed here. Slides out into the flat and then starts to run away a little bit. He carries that power with him. The guy's 6 feet, 245 pounds, and he knows the difference between come here and sick him.
That's 11 catch of the season for Michael Petrie. Lanis is back in the game at left tackle. Brazil in motion for Patrick Cowan. Play action to the sidelines. Got his big tight end, Logan Paulson, and Paulson's not going to go out of bounds. He's going to turn it back inside and get inside the 20-yard line.
Well, we just talked about some of the guys that were gone, and they've had terrific tight ends. Mike Seidman is down in Carolina playing with the Panthers. Mercedes Lewis. Now you come in with Logan Paulson, very much like those guys, 6'5", 247, and this is his 16th reception of the year. But again, Cowan with confidence. Watch him step into this throw, and you can almost count the revolutions on the football. And Paulson catches it with his hands, and then he's a big guy and tough to bring down. Bruins on the march.
Thomas DeCoux could not bring him down. 1st and 10, Marquis, left side, big hole. Stiff arm there on Saquon Thompson. Michael Petrie opened that hole for Chris Marquis.
Watch this. He's coming right through here. Watch these guys open this baby now. Get Petrie out in front of him. Get a little cutoff block right there. Cut to the outside. Well done.
Petrie blocking on Desmond Bishop. Red zone problems for UCLA all year long. That's Matt Willis in motion. Derek Williams is the tailback. He's got it. And he's going to get stopped way short by Tyson Alou.
Dan, you're right. You know, the Bruins have scored only 15 offensive touchdowns this year, but in the red zone, they're less than 50%. They're scoring touchdowns less than 50% of their possessions, and that's not a good thing.
Yeah, that's why Justin Medlock has already tried this season 21 field goals. And you look at Tom Snyder on the other side for the Bears, has only tried 9 field goals all year. 3rd down and 3. Gavin Ketchum in the ball game along with Terrence Austin. The option play. Cowan's got a first down. Cowan's got a touchdown.
What a great read, Dan. I think he changed that play at the line of scrimmage. He came up, he read the safeties, he started screaming the play.
Linebacker Zach Follett came up the field, and Cowan just tucked his right shoulder. To the heck with it. First down, then touchdown.
How about the speed by Cowan?
12 yards, same as the number on his back. And Medlock will come in to try to tie this one up. Jondal the snap, Cowan the hold, and Medlock the perfect kick. 9-play drive, 65 yards, and a 12-yard dash by Patrick Cowan. Some time off the clock, and Patrick Cowan was perfect passing, and that 12-yard touchdown run was his first career touchdown on the ground for the Bruins. This is Marcus O'Keefe at the goal line. He's out across the 20 and knocked off his feet at about the 24-yard line.
Talking about Patrick Cowan, what a game he's playing tonight. This play right here on the touchdown, it was made by preparation. He's reading the blitz on that left side. He sees Follett, number 56, is blitzing. There's nobody to take the pitch man. But then Follett misses the tackle. He just tucks it up himself, and there's nobody to the outside. That is a great read by Cowan, and he kept it for the touchdown, as you say, his first, but he also showed some quicks.
And nothing will build a team's confidence in a quarterback than when the quarterback reads the defense, burns the defense, and scores, as Cowan did that time. Good start for Cowan. The Bears, Longshore to Jordan. It's a block from Deshaun Jackson, and Rodney Van will push him out of bounds. Gain of 6 on the play. Marshawn Lynch, again, see his feet coming back into the backfield, and he'll get the handoff. And the Bruins have got him at the 30-yard line. Reggie Carter, among others, along with Christian Taylor with the stop. Jack, this is a heck of a running back, Marshawn Lynch, isn't he?
Yeah, and consider the fact that he's been nursing those sore ankles since the beginning of the season. So each and every week, what the training staff has to do and what Marshawn Lynch has to subject himself to is the red box. This box applies compression and ice cold water to both of his ankles. He goes through this for about 30 minutes a day, 4 times a week. I don't know about you guys, but that really puts the dedication, a capital D, in dedication.
No kidding, Jack. Cold water, too. Catch over the middle made by Lavelle Hawkins. First down, California.
That's a good story, but right now the Bruins are keeping Lynch on ice. He's got 9 carries, only 25 yards. You hold Lynch to under 3 yards a carry, you're doing something defensively.
He's one of those backs, though, at any time he kind of gets the ball, you edge a little bit closer into your seat. Hold your breath, because he can break it any time.
Amen, Brother Fouts. I know that's coming, too.
Cal has a bunch of those guys, especially number 1 at the top of the screen, Deshaun Jackson. First down for the Bears. Longshore to throw. Got it out there to his tight end, Craig Stevens. And Stevens has a short gain of about 4 yards.
Just talked about tight ends. Stevens not a bad one himself. Honorable mention. All Pac-10 a year ago, and he just made his 11th catch of the year. Just a simple out pattern, just trying to get some possession passes. How about the night he's having? Both quarterbacks putting on a pretty good show here in the first half.
And the offensive line of the Bears doing a good job protecting Longshore.
Think about this offense. They can be quick strike, or they can hold it and play keep away. They held the ball for 75% of the second half in the Oregon game.
Longshore will run, and he'll get the first down and more. All the way to the 40-yard line before Christian Taylor forces him out of bounds. Well, he may not have burned many people, but he singed the Bruins for 21 yards on that one. Now he gets the ball outside to Hawkins. Hawkins with the straight arm on Keys, and it goes out of bounds, but not until he picks up another Cal first down.
You know, I'll tell you something, too, about Longshore, and we're teasing about his running ability, but he is really, and they did take out some of the stretch plays because of that, but he can throw big time.
That's time for this week's Aflac trivia question. Marshawn Lynch is tied with two other Cal running backs for the most 100-yard rushing games with 15. Can you name the two other Cal running backs? A minute to think that one over. 1st and 10 for the Bears.
One of them was playing about the time we were playing college.
Good guess. Longshore rolling out, middle screen. That's Marshawn Lynch. And Marshawn Lynch scores.
We both expected the breakout play, and there it is. Off the reception.
Did you notice how I held my breath?
Yes, you did. And he very intense.
You get the ball in his hands, and he can go at any time. It looked like there was 4 or 5 Bruins that had a shot at him. Perfect play call as the Bruins blitzed, and Longshore burnt them along with Marshawn Lynch. Schneider adds the extra point. Bruins went 76 yards on this drive. Fine catch by Lynch. And now the effort, the desire, and the touchdown. Cal on top, 14-7. Second quarter here in Berkeley. California's jumped back out on top, 14-7. Solid scoring drive and solid play from Nate Longshore. Add in his 21-yard run and beating the blitz with the middle screen to Lynch for the touchdown.
Now that's a loose quarterback. That's a guy that's having fun. A beautiful night in Berkeley, and he's just enjoying himself and playing well. Look at his numbers. 11 for 12.
Andrew Larson kicks it to Derek Williams. Out to the 20 and no farther. Greg Van Hoosen with the tackle.
Go back down to the touchdown play, and you'll see here's what they're reading. This is going to be a blitz, and he's coming right this way. And so they read that, and they go to the area that Christian Taylor vacates. Just throw it underneath. Now you've got the safety. So they get around the safety, and watch the block that 82 Stevens throws. And just clears the way. And, of course, Lynch does a lot of that on his own. Terrific read, terrific play, great execution.
There's Chris Marquis on first down with a big hole right up the middle, picking up about 6 yards. Before Damian Hughes can come in from his corner spot, number 13, to knock him down. That was a heck of a hit by Greg Van Hoosen on Derek Williams on the kickoff return.
Slobber knocker.
God bless you.
It'll rattle the Phillies and put your eyes on your forehead. That's not the hit you want to take. You want to deliver it.
Well, Marquis got 6 on that first down carry. Fake to Marquis. Tight end Logan Paulson with another catch. As the Bruins just appear to be a totally different ball club this week than they've been the last 3. Well, earlier we asked you the Aflac trivia question. Marshawn Lynch is tied with 2 other Cal running backs for the most career 100-yard rushing games with 15. Can you name them? Well, here's the answer. Russell White and 1990 to 92, and my old teammate Chuck Muncie. A couple of great ones there. Marshawn Lynch deserves to be in that company. Brandon Mazzil is in motion on this 1st and 10 from the 41. Marquis has nothing on that left side. Loss of 1 on that first down play brings up a 2nd and 11. Shane Moline is now the tailback for Patrick Cowan. Cowan sprints out to the right, throws on the run, and he's got Junior Taylor. He breaks a tackle, slides across the 50-yard line, picks up a 1st down.
Now, I don't know how this game's going to turn out, Dan, but I think you'll agree with me when I say that we're watching the maturation of a quarterback here. Patrick Cowan is playing great. Now watch Junior Taylor, top of your screen, runs a little smash route, gets some contact, makes the catch, breaks the tackle, and gets the first. But Cowan has just been lights out. He's reading things, he's throwing with authority, and it looks like he's having fun as well. He's now 9 for 11.
And he's got the ball in Cal Bear territory for this 1st and 10. Bears blitz. Marquis down to the 45-yard line. Bernard Hicks with his first tackle of the night. But I talked to Cowan earlier in the week, and he said that he was putting too much pressure on himself, trying to make every play a perfect play instead of just taking, you know, the old cliche, what the defense gives you. But that's what you got to do as a quarterback.
You know, this is his 4th career start, Dan, and this is a guy that didn't play tackle football until his freshman year in high school, and he wasn't a starting quarterback until his senior year in high school. So he hasn't played that much.
And he's going to throw this ball away. Damian Hughes the closest to that ball, trying to get it to Terrence Austin. Terrence Austin, another one of those great athletes from Long Beach Poly, getting some playing time tonight, has a couple of catches.
I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. I think Austin is wondering the same thing.
This is where the Bruins have struggled this year on 3rd downs. Although tonight, 3 out of 4. That's Baumgartner in motion. And that's the big tight end, William Snead, dragging tackler, dragging Mickey Pimentel for the 1st down. William Snead with just his 2nd catch of the year. I think all Bruin fans remember his 1st catch of the year a couple weeks back against Notre Dame when he went 36 yards at a touchdown.
Cowan again, watch his head. He's looking to the right, looks over the middle. Now he sees his tight end and he throws to the left. He's going through his progressions. He's throwing on time and he's throwing in rhythm.
Snead from Oakland, California Skyline High School with a nice catch there. And Marquis is going backwards. Desmond Bishop with another tackle. Matt Willis in motion on 2nd down and 13. There's a strike to Willis. Inside the 10, down to the 5-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle by Bernard Hicks, but that was another strike from Patrick Cowan.
Matt Willis, a track guy. I think he's going to check his hands. That thing was blistering. Talk about velocity. All right, watch the pocket that forms and watch Cowan step up and really throw the football, and it got there in a hurry. All right, now here's the other side of it. Now watch Willis, 88, make the catch, break a tackle, almost scored.
33 yards down to the 5-yard line. That was an in-your-face throw by Patrick Cowan. That's Austin in motion. Marquis right side. Tries to cut it inside and will pick up 1 or 2. Bernard Hicks from his safety spot among others. Here's our red zone alert. Wake on top of BC, but BC threatening.
Boston College on the 4 on 3rd and goal.
Cowan and a wide open receiver in Brandon Brazil and missed him. Yep, that was your fault, Patrick.
That is unbelievable. That's just being a little bit too anxious, and that was the inexperience. He looks at the inside. Watch the slot receiver. Wide open. Nobody picked him up.
Trying to get the ball to Junior Taylor. That was a pick play, worked to perfection.
But that's where a young quarterback made a predetermined read rather than actually stepping back and watching what the defense did.
3rd and goal from the 4. Fake to Marquis. Throw too high for Junior Taylor. Check that. That's Marcus Everett, number 9. And Cowan just a little bit off the mark in front of Damian Hughes.
He has great timing. Great timing. Cowan wanted pass interference. And I'll tell you, watch this, though. Right side of your screen. Hughes riding his back, going for the football. Well played.
"21-yard attempt now for Justin Medlock. Slight angle. Cowan puts it down and Medlock puts it through. 3:09 left to go in the first half as UCLA answers Cal's touchdown with the field goal. 14-10 to score. You're watching ESPN College Football on ABC. Impressive numbers for both these young sophomore quarterbacks.
It's like a highlight film. Both guys playing with confidence. Both are throwing the ball. And it's not just the one throw. You mentioned earlier, Dan, that he was throwing on time and he was throwing in rhythm. But both of these guys, they've thrown hard passes. They've put some touch on the ball. They've thrown some fades. I mean, we've seen everything. All the throws these guys have had tonight.
And receivers running free in both teams' secondaries. You don't expect that throwing against Cal's secondary, but Cowan has had a good night. So is this young man, Nate Longshore.
Longshore said you're his favorite player tonight. He's playing like this.
That's a compliment for this old guy. I know that. Lavelle Hawkins in motion. Longshore. And he goes down and fumbles. Bruce Davis went the polar route, and the Bruins have the ball. Davis went all the way around the pocket. Longshore had to double clutch, step up in the pocket. Nobody open in the secondary. Shane Moline. His brother Chase on the bottom of the pile with the fumble recovery.
Danny, watch this. Come around. He never saw him coming. He got behind him and then came back and made the hit. He circles around and he gets behind him. Now he never sees him coming. And as he reloads, here comes the hit. And Davis knocks it loose. And the Bruins recover. But Bruce Davis with the backside blitz came and made the hit and knocked it loose.
So you compare him to me and he fumbles. Thanks a lot, my friend. 1st and 10. Chris Marquis with a couple of yards up the middle. Zach Follett with the tackle.
Partner, you know I'd never make fun of you.
I was afraid he was going to throw an interception myself. You got to give the Bruins credit when that secondary, they forced that fumble by covering all the Cal receivers. Hurry up offense for Cowan. He's in trouble now. He rolls out. Tafisi in pursuit. Throws. He's got his man. What a throw by Patrick Cowan. Threaded it to Chris Marquis. Out of bounds. First down, UCLA.
You made the point that he throws well on the run. You told Carl Durrell that the other night. He agreed. But, I mean, this is terrific. And watch him thread it in here between 2 defenders. 3 defenders. Big time. That is big time.
You know, I know we've said this before. We've done a couple of Bruin ball games, but you see the number 12. The uniform is similar to the old Navy uniform that Roger Staubach wear, and the kid throws on the run. He looks so much like Roger.
Well, so far this is his coming out party. I mean, he's been confident. He's been efficient.
And he's got 2 timeouts to work with. First down. Steps up and throws low over the middle to Junior Taylor.
He took a hit and he's hurt. He wants a timeout.
Smart timeout. Gather his wits.
This is a shot that came right into his kidneys.
He wanted a timeout. The coach says, no, we're not going to call a timeout here.
I don't think he realizes Cowan is shaken up. Cowan's having a tough time breathing. He took a shot right below his rib cage.
Zach Follett with the shot below that rib cage. Play clock running down inside of 5 seconds.
He wants that timeout.
Now he's going to get it. I think you're right, though, Tim. I don't think the coaches realized how hurt Cowan was.
Well, by trying to call the timeout, the play clock had come so far down, then he was forced to call it.
1 timeout remaining, already in Medlock's field goal range. 2nd and 10. To the end zone. To Everett. Oh, knocked away at the last minute. Damian Hughes got his right hand in on Everett and knocked it away. What an effort by Hughes.
Damian Hughes may be the best cornerback in the country. He's definitely going to be a pro. He comes into this game with 7 interceptions, but this is a nice play by Everett to get around him. He's got him beaten. Now they're battling for the football. The ball still should have been caught, but Hughes got a hand on it. By my count, that's 3 balls that receivers could have had, Dan, that could have helped Cowan.
No question about that, Tim. 3rd down and 10. Somebody's got to make a big play for the Bruins. Blitz. Intercepted. There's your big play. Desmond Bishop. 3rd interception of the year.
First bad pass really by Cowan tonight. Receiver broke in. He threw to the outside. Misread, but it was all made by the cow pressure. They came with the blitz. He felt it, threw maybe a little bit too early. And now watch, he'll throw to the outside while the break by Brazil is to the inside. And they were in a zone, and there's Bishop just waiting on it, sitting in his hook area.
One of those zone blitzes dialed up by Bob Gregory, defensive coordinator. 19 interceptions this season. 2nd in the NCAA.
And the 3rd pick by Bishop.
And the new clock timing rules. Clock will start. It did. Ran all the way down. And that will end the first half. And a entertaining first half it's been here.
Rated G.
Jack Root down on the sidelines, and Carl Durrell told Jack going into halftime he was so disappointed they didn't take advantage of that great opportunity.
Well, you look at this thing, UCLA has almost 250 yards of total offense, and yet they've got dropped balls. They threw the interception, and you've got, of course, you've got the missed field goal here. You talk about missed opportunities. I mean, you don't see him miss many field goals like that. Here you have a situation where your wide receiver Brazil came wide open. They didn't see him. Then here's Everett. He drops a ball in the end zone that should have been a touchdown, and then the pick that Cowan threw right there at the end when they were in field goal range. So, I mean, they've got some missed opportunities.
Well, and Cal took advantage of some great opportunities. Nate Longshore read the blitz on that screen pass to Marshawn Lynch, and that's our Southwest playbook.
Well, and he's been almost perfect, Longshore. He's 14 of 15 today. And then if you look at this, he just reads pre-snap the blitz coming. There is your linebacker, Christian Taylor. He's coming right there. They've got the perfect play called into the vacated area because they're going to send Marshawn Lynch in there. Just a little drop screen over the middle. And then watch this. He does so much of this on his own. You pick up the tight end. He cleans up. Stevens there with a big block. Push it into the end zone. Great play by a great player.
That was Marshawn Lynch's 32nd career touchdown. And tonight is his 31st career game. What a player. But the Bruins have held him down as far as rushing. 10 carries, just 34 yards for Lynch. The Bruins will have the ball after this Andrew Larson kickoff. Deep for the Bruins, and staying in the end zone is Alteron Werner. Jack, you got a chance to catch up with Jeff Tedford, right?
Yeah, and I almost think that he heard our interview with Carl Durrell because his halftime speech was all about the fact that the UCLA Bruins would get possession first in the second half, and he chortled his defense. He said, guys, you've got to tackle better. You've got to lock them up. And then he challenged them to get in Cowan's face. He said, Cowan is hot. We've got to shut him down. That's going to be their battle plan for the next 30 minutes.
Thank you, Jack. 1st and 10 for the Bruins at the 20-yard line to start the second half. Bears blitz on 1st down. Screen pass, incomplete. Desmond Bishop right in the middle of that screen, trying to get the ball to Chris Marquis.
Yeah, and if you look at the Pacific Life game summary, we'll show you exactly what Jeff Tedford's talking about. I mean, if you look at the passing yards, UCLA has almost 200 passing yards, and this is against a team that has been virtually defensively really, really strong all year. And then you look at the 3rd down conversions, both teams doing well there. So, I mean, UCLA hurt itself with the 5 penalties, 50 yards. Other than that, this is a heck of a football game.
2nd down, Marquis, left side. He makes a couple of nice cuts and picks up about 7. Following the block of William Snead. And Snead's a pretty impressive looking tight end, you know, former defensive end for the Bruins. It's really filled in at the tight end position.
It's unbelievable to me how big these kids are now. I mean, Snead, 6'5", 260 pounds. All the tight ends now, 6'5", 6'7".
Big targets over the middle, but they've got to be able to block as well. Another crucial third down for the Bruins. So far in the night, they've been pretty good. 4 out of 7 in that first half. Cowan with the deep ball down the sideline to Junior Taylor. And Taylor goes up and gets it. Over the top of Damian Hughes. Junior Taylor with a huge play.
Taylor, an experienced guy, a senior, going against the best defensive back in the country. Carl Durrell said, hey, the receivers have to help out Cowan. They've got to make some passes, or some catches rather, and go up and just win the battle. Here, this is a good touch pass by Cowan. And now watch the adjustment. Ooh, hand on the back, go up, get it at your highest point, and Junior Taylor makes a heck of a catch.
Hand on the back, just feeling the defensive back, not pushing off by Junior Taylor. There's Marquis up the middle, and he keeps driving for 6 or 7 yards.
You know, Dan, it's always good to see Junior Taylor make a play like that. He missed most of last year after he tore up his knee against Oklahoma. He really, really has worked hard. He rehabbed all year. He's still not 100%, but that was a heck of a play. It helps the Bruins.
And he's back in the lineup. He'll go to the wide side of the field, number 8. The same number that Carl Durrell, as head coach, wore in his UCLA career. Marquis trying to get to the outside. Nicky Pimentel fought off that straight arm. Jack, tell us more about Junior.
Well, guys, Junior Taylor used a special sweatshirt that he authored and he created to create the motivation to go through that rehab that Timmy was telling you about. There's the precise moment when he had his knee give out on him. But he said, I bend and don't break. And all through rehab, he finally added this on the back. And as we saw with that catch, indeed, he is back.
And that was his 99th career catch. And what a beauty it was. Shane Moline is the tailback, and he gets it left side. First down, Bruins. Inside the 25-yard line. Danny Nelson this time, the lead blocker at fullback, number 43 for Moline.
Boy, that's a nice play. It was almost like a little trap. And they hit that hole quickly. Watch this. Get that fullback Petrie up in the middle, just enough shoulder just to chip him. Moline's 240 pounds. I mean, they've got some power. And if they can change them up, Marquis and Williams and Moline, that's a nice combination.
Moline, the only back in the backfield, and William Snead jumps off sides. The tight end on the far side of the field moved early.
Prior to the snap, false start, number 48 of the offense. 5-yard penalty, remains first down. 5
penalties in the first half against the Bruins. That's the first here in the second half. It's just a momentum killer at times.
Boy, tonight it certainly has, hasn't it? 6 penalties, 55 yards against the Bruins.
And most of their penalties have been on first down, as that one was. 1st and 15 from the Bears' 29-yard line. Cowan changing the play. He gives to Moline. And Pimentel will not let him get outside. Turns him back inside, where Warrell Williams makes the tackle.
They're playing with Cowan's head a little bit. They brought up the free safety, Bernard Hicks, put him in the line like he was blitzing. After Cowan changed the play, Hicks dropped back out. Hicks being very salty back there, giving him some different looks.
Hicks, a sophomore from Fresno Edison High School. This group of linebackers that Cowan is facing is as good as any in the country. There's 6 of them that are just outstanding. No gain. 2nd and 15, and Cowan fumbles, and he gets down on it. Little play action fake. He might have had the ball knocked out of his hands by the tailback.
Yeah, I think he did, Dan. It was too much action on the play action. I mean, he just lost the grip of it when he put it on the hip. Watch this. Here comes Marquis. Here comes Petrie. Hit Petrie's arm.
And really,
just didn't have a good grip on him.
Shouldn't have been faking it to Petrie.
No, Petrie. It should have been Marquis. That was a sloppy play from the get-go.
So after getting down to the 24-yard line, now the Bears, or the Bruins rather, are moving backwards.
You got to be thinking, let's get it down to field goal range now.
3rd and 24. Screen pass to Marquis. Blockers in front. And he takes a shot by Desmond Bishop.
But they could be, I think, in field goal range here for Medlock.
Marquis got out behind Shannon Tavaga, the outstanding guard for the Bruins, number 71, as you see in the left side of the screen here.
Brought the blitz backside. He feels it, gets rid of the ball just in time. Woo. Now watch the hit at the end of this. Marquis tries to spin and turn and goes into a tackle. Almost has his helmet ripped off.
44-yard field goal try by Justin Medlock.
2 for 4 from this range.
From the right hash. Cowan will put it down. And Medlock will miss again.
And again, it's to the right.
He'd only missed 2 field goals the entire year. He's missed 2 field goals tonight. And they're identical hooks to the right. 19 of 23, remember, came in 18 out of 20. But both misses have been hooked just wide right.
And it looked like his plant foot was a little bit closer to the ball on the 2 misses where he just kind of swung his hips and pulled it.
1st and 10 for Longshore and the Bears. Lynch right side. Speed to the corner. And then power down the sideline. Good block by fullback Byron Storer. Chris Horton finally gets him down.
What a game he had last week against Washington. 203 all-purpose yards, 2 touchdowns. On that final drive, he had those 2 catches, 32 yards, 17-yard touchdown run. He is really special. And he's playing with 2 flat tires. He's got 2 sore ankles.
I don't believe that.
Well, you know what? And with the 2 sore ankles, he did all that last week, although they're better this week.
Awarded the Pac-10 Offensive Player of the Week for that effort against the Huskies. 2nd down and 1 after that 9-yard game. Longshore changes the play. Play clock running down. He gets it off in time. Robert Jordan's got the catch. Now incomplete. Dennis Keys with the big hit as the ball came in. And immediately the officials were on it, calling it incomplete.
It's only a 2nd miss tonight. Longshore 14 of 16 now. This ball should have been caught. Look at the bottom of the screen. It's well thrown into this. He's got to catch that ball.
I think he did.
I mean, Jordan had it in his hands. Was he able to take that step?
It looked like he came down with the ball, and then it was popped loose by Keys. Aaron Whittington got the recovery, but ruled incomplete. 3rd down and 1. Lynch breaking a tackle. 1st down Bears. Out to the 45-yard line. Christian Taylor couldn't bring him down in the backfield.
Yeah, Taylor's upset too because he got there. He did everything he had to do, but he overran the play. Didn't have his legs under him, any balance. Well, you better have everything with you if you're going to stop Lynch, because you cannot be off balance.
Well, and he's on such great balance. He has such a great wide base when he runs that an arm tackle just is not going to get it done.
No, absolutely not. Taylor had a bad angle. Couldn't get back under him. He does have a unique style, Lynch does, with that wide base. You're right.
And the ability to explode on either leg. There's a strike. Lavelle Hawkins with another catch. Longshore's just enjoying incredible pass protection. He can scan the field and throw on time.
What surprises me is he came into the game, Dan, hitting 63% of his passes. I mean, tonight he's just been unstoppable. He looks as accurate as you'll see anybody. Situation here where Hawkins tried to give ground to pick up ground, but instead lost yardage.
Did you see the adjustment by Jordan in that zone coverage? Justin Forsett, the tailback now on 2nd and 10 for the Bears. And he'll get it right up the middle. A missed tackle. And Forsett carries tacklers to another California 1st down.
Forsett and Lynch, that's a pretty good combo, isn't it?
Certainly works. As the Bears, always one of the top teams in the country rushing the ball.
Hammer and sickle guys that we talk about. Lynch 217 pounds. Then you change up with Forsett coming in as 185.
Deshaun Jackson with just 2 catches in the ball game for 24 yards, but he's another one you hold your breath on. Lynch is the tailback. Fake to Lynch. Longshore deep down the middle to Jordan. Jordan's got it. Touchdown, California. Yards right down the heart of the UCLA defense.
Couldn't have been thrown any better. They had man coverage on the backside. Keys got locked on Jordan. It's tough for a safety to cover that kind of speed.
Second touchdown of the night for Robert Jordan. Tom Schneider will come on to add the 21st point for the Bears. And he does.
The 44th play of the year that's going 20 yards or longer for Cal. Wow.
Nate Longshore with touchdown pass number 19 on the season. Moline picked up 3 on that first down play. Fake to Moline. Cowan throwing down the sideline to Everett. And it's incomplete.
I'm still thinking of that Wake Forest win. What a great job Jim Grobe has done in a school that has under 4,000 students. I mean, it's like a high school campus down there. It's a beautiful school, strong academic school, but that is a great win.
Well, near the conclusion of today's game, we'll select a Chevrolet player of the game from each team. To honor their determination, Chevy will make a $1,000 contribution to each university's general scholarship fund. 3rd down and 7 for Cowan. Blitz by the Bears. Picked up. Over the middle, this one intercepted and dropped. Bernard Hicks had it in his hands. Not sure where Cowan was throwing that one.
That was a bad throw. I'm sure part of it was a read, and I don't know if it was his fault or the receiver's fault. But that ball should have been picked off, and Carl Durrell is telling him, look, you got to get on the same page. He waited too long, Taylor's open.
Taylor stopped his route.
He did. So we'll put that one on Taylor.
Well, it's man-to-man coverage. You can't stop your route on man-to-man coverage. Saw the blitz coming. Here's Deshaun Jackson with another punt return attempt. Nice high punt by Perez. Inside the 30 for Jackson. And look out. Got to beat the punter. He beats the punter. And he is gone. Touchdown, California.
2 players down, and it was the block that set it free to turn that thing loose for a touchdown.
Thomas DeCoux got the big block. And he laid out Corey Bosworth, and Bosworth is still down.
So is DeCoux. He's on his feet, but he's out. He cannot stand.
3rd punt return of the year for Deshaun Jackson.
I'll tell you something else. He took out 2 players with that block. Here it is again. He goes, it's a left, and then he's going right, and they're going to look for a wall. Here comes the block, and both players were knocked unconscious instantly. DeCoux stood for a second before he fell. Looked like a boxer. But how about Jackson with the speed, the read, the bait to go left and then come back right, pick up the block. And right here, he's gone. There's nobody going to catch him, and he knows it because the kicker's not going to stop him.
Both guys are up, and
well, they're back down again. That's not good.
Corey Bosworth trying to run off the field, just tripped and fell back down. Really dampens the celebration of that great play by Deshaun Jackson.
It does, and DeCoux.
These 2 young men struggle.
DeCoux is wobbling as he goes to the bench.
You know, on that return, it was set up to go to the right, but he set the Bruins up by turning to the left to begin with, and then picked up that great block and the picket line down the sidelines.
And and it was a right return, so it was a great bait by him to do that, to go left. And it gave the wall time to form.
In last year's opener against Sacramento State, the first time that Deshaun Jackson got his hands on a punt, took it back for a touchdown.
Clean play, but a vicious hit. Terrific block. So now we know DeCoux's okay. He's up taking congratulations, but still a problem here.
You can see number 54 is Kyle Bosworth, the twin brother of Corey Bosworth, both from Plano, Texas, and the nephews of the great middle linebacker Brian Bosworth of the Oklahoma Sooners. This is what they should have done to begin with. Just make sure the guy on each side, get him to the sidelines. But he's a gamer. Tried to run off the field by himself. Talked about the Bears exploding on you. Well, it took their special teams to get the second touchdown here in the second half. Tom Schneider with the 28th point.
And we talked about the UCLA's third quarter problems, and certainly we've seen them here with the 2 touchdowns.
Damian Hughes, prior to the season, just 7 interceptions in 38 games. He's got 8 this year in 9 games. Marshawn Lynch, and Dennis Keys has him right about the 35-yard line for a short gain.
You know, Dan, you were making a point that Cowan took a vicious hit at the end of the first half, and at that point he was almost perfect. He had only missed 3 passes in the entire first half. This really shook him up. He had to take a timeout. He came back and he threw the interception, which took points away from him. Then if you look at the second half, since that hit, 4 for 11 and another interception. So, I mean, you make a heck of a point. That really changed his motion, and it's changed his entire game.
Justin Forsett in the backfield, and he's got it on 2nd and 8. Big hole up the middle, and he's about 2 yards short of the first down. Jack, I know you can add a little bit to Tim's theory.
Well, when I watched him since the beginning of the third quarter, his body language on the sidelines has not been with the full bravado that he had in the first half, guys. There's a little bit more frustration, and there's a little bit more as if he's worn out physically. So I don't want to totally get in Tim's boat yet, but I'm willing to at least look at the oars.
You do that, Jack.
My boat's always leaking.
Marshawn Lynch back in the backfield for his 3rd down and 2 play. He got the pitch to the outside. He's got a first down as he's running away from Bruins down the sidelines. Bruce Davis couldn't make the play in the backfield. This is Lynch, flagged down, thrown by the umpire, and Lynch finally goes down inside the 40-yard line, but got a feeling this one's coming back.
Yeah, but even though it comes back, you can still see the body language right now. Cal's flying around. They're confident. They're starting to bully around the Bruins a little bit.
Holding, number 51 of the offense, 10-yard penalty, repeat first down.
Just the 3rd penalty of the night against the Bears. Alex Mack, the center from Santa Barbara.
Boy, UCLA is going to go back. They're going to look at the statistics of this ball game, and they're not going to believe what's happened. I mean, they've got more total yards than Cal. They've got bigger time of possession than Cal. They've done everything right except the penalties, 6 penalties, 55 yards, and the turnovers.
They've run 18 more plays than Cal. And yet Cal leads them by 18 points. That's a backwards pass to Forsett. Across the 40 out to the 45-yard line.
You know, Dan, the other big difference in this game as well is last year when UCLA won a very exciting ball game with Cal, it was the special teams that won it. Now this year, the special team advantage, of course, goes to Cal.
Well, that special teamer last year for the Bruins was Maurice Drew.
He is a special player. But Pete Alomar, the special teams coach for Cal, said, you know, you never get any credit for a special teams coach and things are going well. But when things are going badly like they did against UCLA, that's when everybody talks about you. Yeah, so, I mean, this has been one of his goals.
The media will find you when things are going bad. No question about that. Long throw down here to Deshaun Jackson. He's got it at the 25. Knocked out of bounds by Trey Brown. Great adjustment to an underthrown ball by Deshaun Jackson.
This is an almost play. Bruce Davis almost had the sack, and then the ball was almost underthrown, and then Jackson, just being a great player that he is, makes a terrific play. Watch him adjust on the ball, come back for the ball, make the catch, little dipsy doodle and tried to get around Brown and can't, but he's a big-time player.
34-yard gain for Deshaun Jackson. Ball's on the 21-yard line now of UCLA. Longshore to Lavelle Hawkins, and how did he hang on to that one? Dennis Keys just blasted him, and he hung on inside the 10-yard line.
Hawkins, another one of these dangerous receivers. He had that big game against Minnesota with 9 catches, and comes in here and he has 32 catches on the season now.
They weren't expecting Lavelle to play much. Didn't practice much on Thursday. He's got a bad ankle.
Here's one of those plays that Carl Durrell was telling us about, though. It was defended well. He was right there, and he just didn't finish and make the play.
First and goal. There's Lynch patiently looking for a hole and finding it. Ball came loose, but it's after his knee was touched down.
Lynch had 1,246 yards last year with 10 touchdowns and 15 catches. He's got 20 receptions already this year, and he's getting close to 1,000 yards here tonight for the season.
And he's in the backfield on second and goal. He's got it right up the middle. Touchdown, California. Marshawn Lynch breaking the tackle of Chris Horton, getting in one more time. Snyder will come on to add the extra point as Cal has just exploded on UCLA here in the second half. Perfect. 35-10, Cal on top. 21 unanswered points here in the second half for the Golden Bears. 1:09 to go in the ball game. Cal blowing this one out. Very efficient 67-yard drive in 8 plays. Marshawn Lynch with his second touchdown of the night.
And again, the Bruins struggle in the third quarter after playing an almost flawless first half.
Derek Williams is back deep. He had a good kickoff return last week against Washington State. Andrew Larson puts it in play. Nice high end over end kick down to the goal line. This is Bernard out to the 20-yard line. So Marshawn Lynch has a 24-yard touchdown reception and a 4-yard run. Jeff Tedford has this scouting report on the junior from Oakland Tech High.
Well, Marshawn Lynch is an explosive football player. He can do it all. I don't know that you find too many people like him that can run inside with the physical presence that he brings inside, the outside running game to make people miss, and the great speed, as well as catching the football as well as any receiver can.
Cowan almost intercepted by the other number 10, Desmond Bishop.
You know, I think of Lynch and I think about he was a Heisman guy coming into the season, and he's still in the hunt and still may be invited to New York. But I think being out here, I'm not a big guy that believes in the East Coast bias, but I do believe in the East Coast ignorance in that they do not see a lot of these games. And so, I mean, J.J. Arrington, a perfect example. He ran for 2,000 yards here and hardly got a sniff from the Heisman guys.
That's a good point, Tim, as that screen pass goes absolutely nowhere. Desmond Bishop with the tackle of Chris Marquis. But you know, Marshawn Lynch is just like all those other great running backs. At a very average first half, just 34 yards rushing with that 24-yard touchdown reception. But he's getting stronger as the game goes on. Cowan's going to run and come close to the first down. See if they give him all that slide. Yeah, the Bruins have got to go to the line of scrimmage trailing by 25.
Yeah, they've got to get that sense of urgency. The hurry-up offense now has got to be a part of their game for the rest of the way. You've got 10 minutes and 8 seconds left. They now have to manage this clock and get as many plays out of that as they can.
Well, the officials called timeout to measure, but if the yellow line is at all close, we need to get some eyeballs examined here. Well, they got a kink in the chain, and they're still going to come up about 12 to 14 inches short.
You know, anytime that ball's close enough where you can even think that it's going to be a first down, you can ask for a measurement. A lot of times that's a good strategy to regroup, catch your breath, get the right personnel in the game. And there are some changes taking place in that personnel right now for UCLA.
Good officiating tonight. Just that one time out there for that measurement, but no reviews yet. Fourth down. And a lot of inches. Marquis in the backfield. He's got it. He's got a first down right up the middle. Midfield. Forget about it. Marquis is gone. Touchdown UCLA. Longest touchdown run of his career, 70 yards, right up the middle as Desmond Bishop ran out of the hole and Marquis took the vacancy all the way.
Bishop lunged at him and couldn't get there. He got a chip block on him, lost his feet and had to dive. Marquis goes to the left, then gets back to the middle of the field and just exploded.
Longest play from scrimmage for the Bruins all year long. On 4th and inches, Marquis goes 70. And Justin Medlock adds the 17th point for the Bruins. Right up the middle on 4th and inches. Are the Bruins still in it? A lot of time left. Cal 35, UCLA 17. Downtown Oakland, California, home of Marshawn Lynch, among others. Justin Medlock to kick off for the Bruins. Just under 10 minutes to go in the ball game. Justin Forsett is deep. Cal is anticipating a either squib kick or an onside kick as they all start to bunch the middle of the field.
Still 9:56 to play, plenty of time.
And Medlock drives it deep. Forsett at the goal line. Across the 20, 25, and then out of bounds there. Good return by Justin Forsett.
Dan, let's take a look at the Pacific Life game summary, because this has been a game of missed opportunities and it's been a game of big plays and some great execution. I mean, UCLA missed several field goals. Medlock never misses. I mean, he's as consistent as can be, but he missed 2 field goals tonight. Then you threw the pick, Calendar, just before the half. Bishop picked him off. And Longshore has been spectacular. He caught Jordan on that long one. And how about Deshaun Jackson with this return? Goes left, hits the wall, great block, and see you later. And then, of course, Marshawn Lynch is a great player.
And Lynch is lined up as a wide receiver to the top of the screen. Coming back in motion to the backfield. 1st and 10 for the Bears. Lynch up the middle, and he's going backwards. Christian Taylor on the run blitz. It's going to be a loss of a couple there. Brigham Harwell was there as well, number 93. UCLA has all 3 of their timeouts, as does Cal. You'll see Longshore take his time in the huddle. Run that play clock down to close to 5 seconds before this ball snapped. Lynch lost 1 on that play. Fake to Lynch. Longshore to Storer, and Storer dives for the first down. Byron Storer with his 7th catch of the year, and it's a big one, picking up the first down.
And run perfectly by Nate Longshore. There was a little waggle, did the play action, then came out almost like a naked boot. Shore was right there. Very aggressive defense will go to the first action. And so they've been using that to their advantage. They fake that side, roll the other way, and let UCLA run themselves out of the area.
This offensive line did a great job of controlling Hickman and Bruce Davis. No sacks for either of them tonight. Here's Lynch. Impressive explosion and then strength out to midfield.
And Cal still has Arizona, USC, and Stanford to play.
Another carry for Lynch. Bouncing off tacklers. Cutting inside and picking up about 5.
12 yards to 1,000. You know, he really should be in New York.
Why's that?
Well, they invite 5 guys to New York for that Heisman.
Oh,
he ought to
for
be
that.
one of the top 5.
There's no question about that. He's getting stronger as the season goes on, and this Heisman Trophy race is not sewn up yet.
No, you look at, I mean, Troy Smith has to be the leader. Slayton put the ball on the ground a couple times the other night. That hurts him. Brady Quinn, he struggled against Michigan 6 weeks ago, but climbed back in it with 16 touchdown passes in the last 5 games. So, yeah, it is wide open.
Lynch takes a blow. This is Justin Forsett. And he's got the corner. First down. Lockett pushes him out of bounds. And Byron Storr is just having a wonderful night from his fullback position, leading both Forsett and Lynch for big gains. Storr, number 38, taking Aaron Whittington out of the play. They call Storr the bus. You know why?
No, why?
Because his dad owns a bus company that transports the team.
Or transportates him.
Yes. There's some transportating right there. Down to the 20-yard line by Forsett.
I'm with you all the way, partner. You can transportate me anywhere.
All right, that's enough. Here's what we're talking about. This is the bus. Byron Storr, and these are the Storr buses. And Jack can add to the story.
Well, believe it or not, Byron Storr actually was playing football before his dad got the bus contract. And the players all kid him. He says, well, hey, if you don't play me, you may not be able to see the buses on time.
Well, Forsett gets the carry there behind Storr. Storr 6'1", 220 pounds. It originally was nicknamed the Bull, but once he got the bus contract, they had to change that.
It's tough to ride a bull. You got Louisville and Rutgers next, don't you?
Yep, that final score was 6-4. And it was played in 1869. Scoring was a little bit different. A lot of defense in those games.
Yes. Football was a little fatter.
3rd and inches. Looked like a false start against Cal. Flag down.
Right tackle.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense, 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
As Cal continues to melt the clock and shorten the game and wrap this thing up against UCLA. Did you see the hit that Joe Pott took today? Joe Paterno?
Yeah.
Oh my gracious. We sent him the best. We hope he's doing okay.
Player came over the sideline so quickly and was pushed out of bounds right into Coach Paterno.
Hit him right on the knee.
Right on the knee. He went down, jumped back up, was laughing and joking for a while. Then they took him for observation, but we obviously know he's a tough old guy.
Got knocked down in practice earlier this year. He is tough. Had the flu in that other game during the ball game.
Penalty backs the Bears up to this 3rd and 6 now. Lynch, first down, left side. Flag is down. He's inside the 10-yard line. Another flag. They have face mask at the end of that play. Perhaps holding before that, though, against Cal.
John Hale, UCLA's linebacker, got caught. He lost containment. But there is holding against Cal. I say offset it.
Face mask at the end of the play. He got that corner in a big hurry, though, probably because of the holding.
Holding by the offense. Personal foul, face mask by the defense. Those penalties offset. Replay third down.
Great job by your guy, Buss. I'm telling you, Storr had a block. He just hooked Hale, the outside linebacker, and it just opened up the entire outside of that play. Watch this block on the outside. Look at him go the outside shoulder, turn him in. Containment now is lost, and Lynch just explodes. And here's the face mask at the end of it.
Brett Lockett with the face mask. Not sure who the holding was on. Looked like Andrew Cameron had a good block on the corner. 3rd and 6 one more time. Longshore. Pump fake. Now he throws it away. Brigham Harwell had pressure on Longshore and forced that incomplete.
Yeah, and Harwell saying he wasn't out of the tackle box, but there was a guy in the area anyway. You know, this is a good UCLA football team. They're just a year away. I mean, we talked about only 2 seniors on this ball club that start the entire ball club.
This will bring out Tom Schneider and the field goal team. Joe Ayub is the holder. 40-yard field goal try for Schneider. He missed earlier from 52. But he's got that one. Just barely, but he's got it.
When you're not at a table, nothing is stable. Old-fashioned TV trays are okay.
Game, Nate Longshore, outstanding night. 20 completions and 24 throws for 266 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and a 21-yard run down the sidelines for the Cal Bear.
Look at him. He's had fun since this game started. I mean, he's just been relaxed, enjoying himself, and sharp.
Derek Williams deep for this Larson kickoff. But this one goes to Werner. And he's out past the 30-yard line. First and 10 for the Bruins. Cowan throw one more time. Baumgartner's got it across the 40-yard line. Logan Paulson with the catch to the 44-yard line.
UCLA in its hurry up, 4:10 remaining, down 38-17.
Again, across the middle, it's Baumgartner with another catch and a solid tackle by Damian Hughes. No choice but to go right to the line of scrimmage. Call the play at the line of scrimmage. The enemy now is that 350 and counting that you see on the clock. 2nd and 3 for Cowan. Another blitz. And Marquis keeps his balance and comes up just short of the first down. Tyson Alou with the tackle.
And Marquis is slow getting up.
I'm not sure he's going to get up at all.
Well, he never felt the tackler coming. And so when the guy got him from behind, he lunged forward.
.20 carries on the night for Marquis, 136 yards, and of course that 70-yard beauty on 4th and inches for the touchdown. But check out this tackle by Alou.
Well, first he broke the tackle, and then Alou comes up, and I don't think Marquis ever knew he was back there.
They stretch out the chains, and Marquis just that much short.
Of course, with the new clock rule this year, where they set the ball and put it in play and start the clock, hard for the team that's trailing to get as many plays they need oftentimes to come back.
Derek Williams will replace Marquis as the sole back in the backfield. Catch him in motion. 3rd and 1. Williams right side. He's got a first down.
You know, Williams is 208 pounds. He's got tremendous speed, but still Carl Giroux likes to use him like a power guy. He actually says, Carl says that he's got more power than both Marquis and Bell.
Well, he's a high school teammate of his quarterback at St. John Bosco High School in Southern California. 1st and 10 now for Cowan. Ketchum's got it over the middle. Perfect name for a wide receiver.
And only his 3rd catch of the year.
At some point, you're going to have to put the ball in the end zone with these passes. Enough of these short ones over the middle, huh?
With you there, partner. Go vertical and go deep.
Blitz by the Bears. Cowan to the end zone. And intercepted, but out of bounds. Damian Hughes with the coverage on Junior Taylor.
Hughes wants that one to count too. He's just adding up his picks.
He's a smart corner. I enjoyed talking to him the other day when he discussed how and when he takes chances, basic on down and distance and tendencies.
And look how he uses his body. You know, he forced the receiver against the sideline, played him inside out, knowing that the sideline was like another DB.
3rd and 4 now. Chris Marquis back in the ball game. Cowan's going to run for it. He's got the first down, dives inside the 15-yard line. Greg Van Hoosen with the stop there.
You know, back to Hughes, that was an interesting conversation. He was talking on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. He knows high percentage they're going to run that quick slant to get the first, and you can jump it quickly.
And he says he wants to improve his game by playing the deep ball better. He played it awfully well in that last one. Cut off the receiver, made the catch, although it was out of bounds. Cowan hit as he throws. Mickey Pimentel, linebacker number 8, hit him in the arm.
And there's a punch thrown totally out of character for Pimentel, but he throws a punch and probably should be ejected. Which you don't know if they're ever seen.
After the play, personal foul, number 8 on the defense. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
You're not allowed to throw punches. And Jeff Tedford is going to let him know about it. Watch the end of this play. All right, he throws the quarterback. UCLA player says something to him as he steps on Cowan's face. Now watch his right hand. Actually, it was more of a push than a punch. Great job by the officials.
Yeah, stepping right in there and stopping anything quickly. Marshawn Lynch will have a talk with Pimentel. I think I kind of tangled up with the quarterback, Cowan, when he was on the ground. 1st and goal. Shane Moline has got it, right side. He gets down to about the 2-yard line.
Even though Cal is ranked number 10 in the BCS, I think they're underrated. I think more of that now than even before the game. I mean, this is a very talented team that has very few weaknesses. All 3 phases of the game.
Talented and balanced and well coached. 2nd and goal, Moline. He gets blasted, but dives down to the 1-yard line. The problem, though, is these plays are taking half a minute to play.
Yeah. Clock's rolling again.
Play late coming in. Junior Taylor brings it in from the sidelines. UCLA's going to go home tonight with all 3 of their timeouts apparently in their back pocket. Moline, touchdown, UCLA. Third touchdown of the year for the true freshman from San Juan Capistrano in Mission Viejo High School.
2-score game again.
You are Mr. Optimistic. Medlock adds the 24th point.
Now, I just like to see a team that doesn't quit.
The onside kick try by Medlock was covered by Worrell Williams.
Got the Sure Hands team out there, and they did a great job. You try to attack the ball before it goes 10.
Or sometimes before it goes 10 and you get the call anyway, right?
Well, that's right. You talk about Oklahoma and Oregon.
38-24. 1 minute 15 and counting. 13 now.
Yeah, we talked about the impact players at the top of the game, and Longshore was one of them. He went 20 of 24. Lynch was another. Lynch had another huge night. A couple of touchdowns.
And the Bruins call timeout, much to the chagrin of this crowd. Today's Chevrolet players of the game are Chris Marquis of UCLA and Nate Longshore of Cal. In recognition of their efforts, Chevy will make a $1,000 contribution to each university's general scholarship fund.
The only disappointing thing tonight for Cal is the fact that Marshawn Lynch did not get his 1,000 yards for the season. Still just a little bit short of that, 12 yards short. Still has an opportunity with 1:15 left. Again, we talked about the impact players. Of course, Longshore's had a huge night tonight. You gave his numbers. And how about Jackson? We said a triple threat, but a great special teams guy. Returned it for the touchdown. There's Lynch, still 12 short of his 1,000 yards. These were the impact players that we talked about at the top of the game, and they certainly did not disappoint.
And on defense, Desmond Bishop all over the place, and Damian Hughes with an interception. So all the stars came out tonight for California. Big game coming up in 2 weeks against the Trojans down in LA. That will be for the Rose Bowl, perhaps. Forsett with a good gain up the middle.
This is what we were showing you at the top of the telecast to tell you what to look for, because these guys were going to be on the field all day, and you see these are the guys that really came out and played well. As long as these guys, the keys to this Cal attack, play well, this team will continue to win. And they do have a couple of more tough games, and you're talking about November 18th against SC. Then they have another bye. They're going to be in the thick of this thing at the end of the season.
2nd and 1. Forsett's got the first down. And the clock will roll all the way down now, but let's take a look at that schedule, though, Tim.
Well, they're 6-0 in conference play. They control their own destiny. They win out. They win it all. There's Arizona next, but there's November 18th against USC, then Stanford December 2nd. So they've got that bye week in between there. Well, it's always good to have that bye at the end. If you've got guys nicked up and you want to keep them healthy, get them healthy. Give them a little extra healing time.
Forsett trying to stay in bounds, and he does. Goes down to the 30-yard line where Brett Lockett wraps him up, and that will do it. An explosive second half for the Cal Bears. Number 10 in the country tonight, and looking to move up in the BCS standings. Nate Longshore with a big night. And congratulations, Carl Durrell, Chris Marquis with a big run of 70 yards for the Bruins. But just not enough for UCLA as they go down to their 4th straight loss. Jackaroo.
Well, Coach, in your opinion, what was the turning point when you busted things open in the second half?
Well, I think the long pass to Robert Jordan obviously gave us some momentum, and then when Deshaun returned the punt, that was huge. And then Damian Hughes' interception as they were marching, 3 big plays right there.
You told me at the half that you challenged your players to make better tackles. How do you grade them in the second half?
They were better.